Hey guys, so this week's meal prep is something a little bit different. Like the title says, it's a ground turkey curry recipe. And I know the idea sounds funny and it seems weird to me too, but it actually turned out pretty good. And if you're a curry lover, it's specifically Japanese curry, I think you would like this dish. Like the title says, it's ground turkey, but you can totally substitute it with ground beef, ground chicken, even chicken breast, or basically any kind of protein that you want, except for fish. I don't think fish would really go well with this recipe, but yeah, it came to me when I was thinking of what to do because I wanted to use up my ground turkey. I had ground turkey left, and I was like, I don't really want to make the same usual recipe. Like I have 2 ground turkey recipes on my channel. If you want to check that out, go for it. It's really delicious, and although it's really, really yummy and stuff, I get sick of it, and I've been eating it like forever. So I wanted a different change. I want to change, I want something different. So if you're feeling adventurous, if you love curry and, you want to try something different, than your usual ground turkey recipe, then keep watching. If not, just keep watching and, maybe you get some ideas and you can substitute whatever you want, and it just gives you an idea. And as usual, I added my little Asian flavor, Asian twist to my meal preps, and, just to zhuzh it up. Ground turkey, I have 2 packs here. I buy the 4-pack from Costco, and it's just the lean ground. It's extra lean ground turkey, even better. And then the veggies, we're gonna do asparagus this week, and then 1 white onion, red, purple onion, whatever you want, white onion, any kind of onion, if you like onion. I love onion, so I always incorporate onion into my diet. And then any veggie really that you want, even if you just have asparagus only, it's fine, or you can add in your own, vegetables, carrots, celery, whatever you want, and then I'm just gonna do the frozen mixed vegetables too, because I have this on hand and I kind of want to use it all up. The sauce, I'm showing you like a variation. Like you can have whatever, it's just Japanese curry sauce mix, so you can get this at any grocery store for like really, really inexpensive. I usually like the S&B brand or the Glyco. I think that's all the 2 brands that there is really. But yeah, so I'm just showing you like what you can use, because I have these on hand. I always have these on hand, but today I'm gonna use what I have left from last time. So this one is the S&B one, which is this one. Cutting the asparagus, just the ends off, because it's too hard. Usually, I don't like to waste. I like to get what I can, get my money's worth, but I did try to eat the ends before and it was a little bit too hard. So I'm gonna trim the ends off, and then I'm just gonna cut them in half because it's too long. Like it's pretty when it's like all long and stuff, when it first comes long, and at the restaurants and stuff when they leave it long, but realistically it's too long for my mouth. And when I eat my stuff, I like to have bite size kind of, so I just put all in a bowl. I'm using the same cutting board and knife because ain't nobody got time to wash stuff. I'm using probably half this onion, yeah, so because this is a pretty big onion. Cut it in half, and then I always have like a little bowl for garbage beside me, just to make things easier instead of walking to and from the garbage can, because I'm lazy like that and it's faster and more convenient. Just dicing them into little pieces, kind of like little squares. Just kind of dice them up. Be careful. Just like a rough chop kind of. But you don't want it too big, right? Because you don't want to taste too much onion every time you take a bite. So like little squares like that. I'm going to spray my pan with the cooking spray all around. And we're just going to do the ground turkey first, like I always do. Cook it until it's, I'd say medium rare, so it's not pink anymore, but you don't want to overcook it, right? Because you're going to be cooking it a little bit more later on, and you really don't want to overcook and over dry your turkey. So it's just about done, and now I'm just going to transfer this into a bowl, and then I'm going to pour it in later, like you will see. Using the same pan, I'm going to spray a little bit again without even washing or anything, because no need to wash. I'm going to put in my onions. So you're just going to cook the onions a little bit until they're kind of translucent. Or if you like the onions a little bit raw, you know, more raw, then don't cook it as long, but it's all to taste, right? Oops. And I'm gonna add in my frozen vegetables really quickly too. You want to turn this down a bit because it's starting to brown and burn a bit. You don't want that. I'm just gonna put in whatever, however much I want. So then at this point, you don't want to overcook it too long, right? So I'm just going to pour back the ground turkey. Ooh, that's a lot of water. That's okay, because we need water for the sauce. There's that, and you just want to kind of mix it. And since they're all pretty much all cooked already, I'm going to put my sauce in right away. With this sauce, it's really weird. You have it kind of recommends you on the instructions to take the pot off the stove and then put it in. So I'm just gonna turn off my stove and pop maybe like 2 in. So it comes like this, and I already used 1 from last time. So I'm going to maybe I'll do, yeah, I think 2 is good. But if you need more, you know, you can add in more later. And you kind of need to add water to this because this needs water to kind of mix together. And you'll notice that I didn't even put any seasoning. Like I didn't even put any salt or like anything at all yet. So this curry thingy square, it has like a lot of flavor. So I like to mix it first and then taste it and then see if I need to add, you know, more salt or whatever seasoning afterwards. But you kind of just like mix it around and it'll melt with the heat. And then you'll see if it's like way too thick, you just add some water. And then if it's too watery, then you add another square. But this will take a while. It didn't really look like there was enough, so I added another square to this. And it looks kind of dry, so I'm gonna add some water too. And I turned on my stove a little bit, just on low, so it can melt this curry sauce. So just keep stirring, and it's kind of slowly melting. It smells so good. Right now it looks like this, but I kind of want it saucier to go over my rice, you know, so I'm going to add another cube thing and some more water. So I'll do the water first. This is the consistency that I like. So it's a little bit saucy to go over my rice later on. So yeah, so this week I'm not actually working, so I'm not gonna put it into containers. You can totally put into containers if you want. I forgot to mention that I tasted it and I did not have to add anything at all. So like those curry squares are really, really flavorful and concentrated, and you really don't have to add anything. And I added a lot of water to make it saucy. It is perfect. I'm just gonna let it cool down while I do the asparagus now. In the same pan, I just quickly rinsed it. I'm going to cook the asparagus, and with asparagus, it takes a little bit longer. If you plan to saute it, it takes a little bit longer to cook because they're so thick, right? So what I like to do to make things faster and easier for my life, you know, is I add a little bit of water. So I'm just gonna kind of like, you know, my term is steam boil it. I don't know what's the correct term, but that's what I do. So to put a little bit of water in there so I can boil a little bit, which it's starting to. So I'm gonna cook it like this way first, and then I'll saute it after. So with the lid, and usually I don't like to use lids because I don't want to be washing, you know, anything extra that I don't have to wash. But in this case, I kind of do. So I'll take a lid and just kind of cover it up. Even though this lid is not even big enough for the pan, that's okay. Just cover it up with the water and just let it kind of do its thing and cook in there. And then, like I say in all my videos, every single video, do not overcook your veggies, because you know, once you put your meal prep in the microwave, it's gonna cook a little bit longer, you know, a little bit more, and you do not want your veggies to be mushy and soft, and it just doesn't taste good, and it's just a waste of time and veggies, you know. So do not overcook your veggies. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and you want to cook it till it's like al dente, and then because we're gonna stir fry it after with a little bit of garlic to add flavor to it. So you don't want to overcook it. I can't stress that enough. You can pour out the excess water if you have any, and then I just spray on my spray lightly on top, and then I'm going to add some garlic. So I have a bowl of fresh minced garlic that I did the other day. So I'm going to put it in here, and you don't want to burn your garlic, right? So got to quickly saute it. There you have it, this week's meal prep. I'm just gonna let this cool down, and like I said earlier, I'm not gonna put them in containers because I don't work at all this week. So I'm just gonna be eating this at home. What I do is I just wrap it up. I wrap it in saran wrap and put it in the fridge, and every time I, you know, go eat one, I'll just plate it, which I will show you when I do plate it, maybe later on or tomorrow when I eat this. And I cooked a pot of white rice. Like I said, you can use brown rice, quinoa, whatever kind of carb you want, if you want. If not, you can just eat it like this. But I really, 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 really recommend eating the curry, ground turkey curry. Oh, that rhymes. Ground turkey curry with rice. Super yummy. Even just like a little half a cup of rice, it will satisfy you and fill you up. And it's so, so delicious with the sauce. Because if you eat this by itself, the curry sauce is a little bit overwhelming, so yeah, it's up to you though, right? Of course. But yeah, so I will show you how I plate it. Here it is, right out of the microwave, and it smells delicious, and I can't wait to eat it. Of course, I'm going to add a lot of sriracha because I love it. That's a lot, I know, but I love it. And here's my meal.